No more news that we always use to our phone in this era, and most times we're on Instagram, Facebook, and all of this social media platform. Do you guys relate with when you scroll on the Instagram page and you see that fly girl was always having everything 100% in check with her? Like, it's just an analogy, guys, where you see this fly girl, career 100%, family 100%, dressing head to 100%, and shopping spree, vacations, oh my goodness, ostentatious, glamorous stuff going on there, and you almost want to wonder, like, this person is just perfect on earth. Well, that's her reality. But then we're up on the phone wondering, is this for real? How do you usually express that when you're on your own? Do you kind of envy the person, or do you feel like, what's wrong with her? What's she feeling like? Anyways, whatever your feelings are all valid. We're all humans. But the question is, how does envy really impact on our mental health? Yes, we'll get to know. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Habiba, and today's episode we'll be talking about how we're going to master our mental strength and also improve on our mental well-being and mental health awareness. So today's topic was influenced by a study that I stumbled on PubMed. It's lately in 2020, just few years back, and it talked about the effect of envy on depression with some mediating factors anyways, and that has to do with resilience lacking or social support lacking. So I would say your reality is your reality and not that person's reality. So it will be very impressive to follow some of these tips to be able to master your strengths and to be able to help improve your mental health awareness. Firstly, I would recommend that we always have to compare ourselves with our past self. What this does to us mentally is to promote our mental well-being. Not just that, but it also helps to enhance our personal growth. When you're enhancing your personal growth, that's going to help to increase your productivity in all areas of your life and also self-efficacy. So what that means is, at the end of the day, you have a very great mental strength. The second thing that will lead to will be the ability to be able to recognize and appreciate what you have. And that's about giving thanks all the time and making sure that you acknowledge everything you've got in check. I mean, you're more focused on what you have as opposed to what you don't have. You're not gonna be brooding on, okay, I don't have this, I don't have that, I wish I had that, I wish I didn't know. You don't have to spend time doing all of that, because what you have is actually enough for you to build on. And whatever you don't have, whatever you're aspiring in the moment, it's okay to take time to grow with it gradually without self-hurt or self-blames. And that takes us to the aspect of acceptance. When we grow to understand that we accept life the way it comes, I mean, life would definitely throw things at some of us, and when it does, it's a situation of understanding that it's normal to embrace our emotions. Some people are going to go through sadness, some people will go to grief, some people will go through unhappiness. It's normal, it's part of human nature. However, we don't need to stay so long on it. It could be a hard task depending on our situations, but it's also important to be able to guide our mental health so that we don't go down the drain in staying too long on that emotion. And the only way we can help survive that is through resilience. Resilience is a very delicate skill that's important for us to learn and cultivate, because what that does is we are trying to head on to continue doing things even in our adversity and challenges. That is not to say we are blocking that view that we are passing through something. We do recognize we are passing through something, but then with psychological resilience, we're able to still grow in that thing we are going through. And that is only possible with self-compassion. When you have self-compassion, you're able to understand that you give yourself some kindness as opposed to judgment. I mean, self-judgment or self-criticism. It's also about helping yourself to understand common human nature as opposed to isolation. Meaning, when things are happening to you, you're able to understand, oh, this is relative and it can happen to anybody. It's not because it's you. So you're not dwelling in isolation and trying to feel so horrible about yourself and locking up yourself to think that it's only you this is happening to. And lastly, the aspect of mindfulness, is also very critical in self-compassion, because it takes you to that intense state of understanding what you're feeling in the moment and seeing it as a feeling as opposed to overthinking it or judging yourself in an unhealthy way. So that's really paramount to how we are also going to grow into developing some baby steps into our growth. So when it comes to baby steps, we're also looking at a situation where, oh, I failed, or I've had to go through all of this, and then you want to fix it all at once and just jump into it, whereas you're supposed to grow through it. I mean, it's not magic science for things to just change overnight. Just the way somebody falls, I mean, it's part of success. But I know some people will argue that failing is the opposite of success. But in my own subjective ideology, it is part of the component of success, because when you fail and you learn through it and you succeed, I mean, that's a kind of a unique story and a unique element of success. So however way you want to see it, it's fine. This is not a motivational talk, but it's more of a mental health component, because they are rudiments of or those minor things are things that can generate into a personality disorder if it's not well taken care of. So as much as there are points on what we want to try to learn and unlearn and help develop ourselves, there are things that if we don't take cognizance of, they can eat us up and make us have some negative personality traits. Just like we know envy is a negative personality trait, especially when it's been done for a very long period of time. But it's important to understand that there are mediating factors that will make it lead an individual into depression. And lastly, you can also ensure you have a positive mindset in most things you do, and that is only possible when you surround yourself by people who constantly lift you up, and when you surround yourself around an environment that fosters creativity and growth in all respects. And what this does to us is only to help us maintain self-control in a way that we are not controlling other people and other people are not controlling us. So there's that mental stability as a whole. I hope these points are clear. I mean, with these 7 tips, you can always understand how to master your mental health, and at the same time, you can always develop your mental health awareness over time. I wish you all a successful week ahead. I mean, this year, I want that hashtag to go on with I know go gree, yo, I know go gree. We must improve our mental health in 2024. Hopefully that works for every one of us, and you can always subscribe to my channel, like, share, tell someone to tell a friend. And I would say thank you so much for your time. I appreciate all your feedbacks, and I would love to see them more again on this video. See you all next week. Bye for now. Thank you all.